The following portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by Holston Distributing. Once again, we're out here on the hiking trails of Bays Mountain Park for the great outdoors by our friends at Holston Distributing. And I'm joined by senior naturalist Megan Krager. And Megan, last week we talked about getting out, starting that hike, and the things you need to keep in mind. But there's also some things you need to take with you when you go on a hike.
Exactly, and a lot of individuals think that I can just get on my vehicle and start hiking, but there's some things that'll make the hike a little bit more comfortable for individuals when they start hiking. And the first one is proper attire. And you don't want to wear something that's going to be really heavy and something that's going to absorb a lot of moisture, especially on the days that we've had really a high humidity. You want something that's dry wicking, that's light, something that will pull the moisture away from your body, not hold it to your body. There's a saying called cotton kills, and if you have too much cotton, it will have a tendency to keep you colder. It will keep you more heavy as well, and you don't want all that extra weight. So something that's nice and light, like a dry wicking shirt, for instance, like this. It's nice, light. You can get it wet, and it'll take away the perspiration from your body, and it's easy to dry very quickly.
And another thing that we need to keep in mind, you know, when you start, you got to think head to toe, and you got to think about your toes down there, because you got to have some good footwear going on.
Exactly it. And so sometimes we kind of think that, oh, any type of shoe is going to work fine. I need something that's going to be supportive for the ankles, but it'll be okay. Some people like high tops, some people like tennis shoes. But if you look at the tread of these two shoes here, you'll notice that one is much more flat compared to the other. And you'll notice that with this particular tread here, there are some lugs in the tread itself versus this particular shoe. This shoe is much more durable on concrete asphalt versus something that's a little bit more rugged. So when you go hiking on our trails here or over to Buffalo Mountain or anywhere in the area, you want to make sure that you have something with some really good tread, because that tread will grip the ground much easier, and also it will allow you to walk over these roots essentially so that you're not slipping. Whereas something flat like this, you're going to be constantly slipping, especially up a grade that we're going up right here. You'll be constantly slipping, especially when it's wet outside.
And you know, when you're saying, you said a mouthful right there, when it's wet outside. We got a little rain falling today while we're taping this. That's another thing to keep in mind, because you got to be able to have good bottoms of those shoes in order to keep traction when you're on the trail. Exactly.
And it's really good to have a really nice light raincoat that you can roll up, put in your bag, put in your back pocket, just in case if you happen to get on a trail, because it's summertime and we have those pop-up showers that happens, you know, in the afternoon for 5 to 10 minutes, and you may want to go ahead and pull out that rain gear and just go ahead and put it on real quick. Another item that you want to have is a must is a water bottle or two. Don't get those small little dinky water bottles, because I know that some people don't drink as much water as what we should. However, get a nice big water bottle, something that has about 65 fluid ounces in it, or something a little bit bigger, because you are going to need that hydration, especially when it's really, really humid outside. And then once you're finished with that hydration, who knows what you may have in your vehicle. You may have another bottle of water that could suffice, but you want to make sure you have at least another, or you have at least a good bottle of water to take with you. It's preferred to have at least two, but again, it's better that to have some than nothing.
Do you recommend that folks also maybe pack just a little something to eat? I mean,
Correct.
You never know. You might need some nourishment when you're out on the trail.
Exactly. And sometimes we think that, oh, we had something to eat before we left, we'll be okay. And then we get into the trail and we're like, oh, geez, this is longer than what I anticipated. Our blood sugar may drop. Also, too, if you come in contact with another hiker and they're not looking too good, you might be able to give them a power bar to help them out. And so you may want to have a little power bar, Nutri-Grain bar, a banana with you, something of that nature, just to give you a little extra pep to finish your hike.
All right, Megan, we appreciate it. Great advice.
Thank you.
Great tips for when you're starting that hike, the things you need to take with you. And we want to thank our friends over there at Holston Distributing for all of their sponsorship of the great outdoors. And we'll be back with Megan throughout the next couple of weeks talking more about hiking here in the great outdoors. The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities was sponsored by Holston Distributing.